Hey Scorpio, thanks for joining me today. My name is Sierra. I'm going to be doing your April 2017 reading. Be sure to check out your rising and moon sign as I continue to upload. And let's get started. I don't really have anything else to say. If you're wondering about the decks that I'm using, I have those down in the description bar as well. Also, a link to a website that can calculate your rising and moon sign if you don't know what that is. Okay, so now we can get started. So, looking at your first week of April here, you have the Empress and the Page of Wands. Some of you are coming into April with a lot of creative energy. Some of you may have recently found out that you are pregnant, or you may have just had a baby and you are now transitioning into motherhood. The Empress is always someone who is particularly attractive and desirable. So, with the Page of Wands being underneath that, the Page of Wands talks about waiting to hear a message or some sort of news. So I feel like some of you may be waiting to hear from this Empress person, or this Empress person might be you. For others of you, I have to say this, and I know that it's gonna sound a little strange, but the Page of Wands also talks about someone who is in a position of service. And I feel like some of you are using your sexuality to gain power. Of course, be careful with that. Some would say that, you know, I'm not gonna say how I personally feel about it, but of course, you know, make wise decisions when it comes to using your sexuality to gain power. Looking at your second week, you have the Queen of Cups and the Justice card, excuse me, as your insight card. So, the Queen of Cups is a person who appears to be outgoing, but they wear a thick mask. This could also be you, Scorpio. Some of you. Queen of Cups also talks about something being hidden, or a secret. You may be keeping a secret. It also represents saving your truest heart for only the most worthy person. Only the person that you deem as being the most worthy. For some of you, I feel like you're looking at a Libra, and you feel like a Libra might be worthy of your true heart. Maybe you're keeping a secret from a Libra. If you have a Libra in your life that is significant to you. The Queen of Cups is also someone who puts a lot of stock into their personal appearance. As you can see, she's on this iron throne. She has her foot dipped in the water. She's sitting cross-legged. She has this chalice and she looks sophisticated AF. You know, very, almost kind of snooty. Like, look at me. Some of you may be carrying that mentality in the second week of April. With the Justice card underneath, the Justice card talks about a legal matter. Some of you may be involved in the courts right now. Perhaps your lawyer is this water sign person. Perhaps you feel this way about them. The Justice card is also a warning of retribution. It represents the wheel of karma, this little wheel up here. Just like the wheel of fortune always turns, the wheel of karma always turns. So for some of you, this Justice card is saying, basically, don't hate me for this, I'm just the messenger, but the Justice card here is telling you that some of you Capricorns need to check yourself. You need to check yourself real quick, because some unfavorable karma might be coming your way. Perhaps you treat others with this snooty attitude. You keep secrets from people. Perhaps you use your sexuality to gain power, and you are not, you're using your power to destroy. You're using it for greed. For the betterment of yourself, so that you can keep up your appearances. Justice is telling you, you need to check yourself. Don't want to dwell too much on that, so let's move into the third week. The Moon card with the Four of Pentacles as your clarification. The Moon card talks about an emotional or spiritual drought, deprivation of some sort. Again, it also talks about the truth being obscured, some sort of concealment. Some of you Scorpios, I feel like you're going to ignore this, and you're going to continue to keep your secrets. You're going to continue to not treat others in the best way. The Moon card also talks about a friend who maybe should not be trusted. So perhaps some of you have an earth sign who you need to look at and ask yourself, is this person really my friend? Four of Pentacles is a very greedy and stingy energy. As you see, he is huddled over this pile of money. He feels like this squirrel is after his money, so he has laid a trap out for this squirrel to protect his money and his resources. Some of you might have a person in your life who is this earth sign person, or has a lot of earth energy in their chart, and you need to analyze them a little bit. Again, with the Four of Pentacles, it keeps coming up for you, Scorpio. Even with the Four of Pentacles here, it talks about a secret being held. Maybe you have an earth sign person who's keeping a secret from you. Maybe you're keeping a secret from this earth sign person. Four of Pentacles also talks about a fear of letting go of the ego. Let me see if I'm getting anything else from this. Not at the present moment, so let's just move on. In the last week of April, you have Judgment, followed by the Three of Pentacles. Judgment. So some of you Scorpios are finally going to get your act together in the last week of April. Judgment talks about having a shift in consciousness, a sort of rebirth, if you will, rising from the ashes. So perhaps with this legal situation that some of you guys may be in, it causes this. It causes you to have a shift in consciousness where you look at yourself and you say, damn, I can't really have it all. You know? For others of you, I feel like this shift in your consciousness may come from work or some sort of education that you may be getting. Maybe you network with someone who changes your perspective about the way that you were previously living your life, or they educate you about how detrimental your previous mentality was, your previous way of living. Am I getting anything else for you, Scorpio? Lots of secrets. I see a lot of secrets for a lot of you. Out of an 8-card pull, you have 4 major arcana with the Empress, Justice, the Moon, and Judgment. 2 Pentacles cards, a Cup card, and a Wands card. But you have a lot of cards that represent secrets and something being concealed. Stinginess and greed. Let me pull you an additional guidance card just to see how you can help yourself along in the month of April to get away from this. This is not good for you, Scorpio. Some of you may not care, but for those of you who do, I am pulling this card for you. So what additional guidance can Scorpio gain in the month of April 2017? What additional guidance do you have for Scorpio? Please make it clear. Additional guidance for Scorpio. Additional guidance for Scorpio. Okay, I'm just gonna randomly pick shadows. Interesting that you would get this one with all of the cards that you got representing concealment, secrets. Let's see what it says. Ooh. It says live with integrity. Shed the light of awareness on your triggers in life. Accept all aspects of yourself, dark and light. What can you integrate and learn about yourself right now? Boy, you gotta love when the universe just checks your ass. There you have it, Scorpio. Let me see how I can tie this into the rest of what cards I can tie this into directly. Live with integrity. For those of you who are using your sexuality to gain power, are you using that power with integrity? You may want to check. For those of you who are concealing things and, keeping secrets, is it a secret that's really worth keeping? Shed some light on that. And it's okay. It's okay to have this light aspect and this dark aspect in your life. It's okay. Accept all aspects of yourself. Okay, Scorpio, thank you for joining me for this reading. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that, and I will see you when I see you. Good luck.